And what you and I have to let the man know is we are peaceful people. We are loving people. We love everybody who loves us. But we don't love anybody who doesn't love us. We're nonviolent with people who are nonviolent with us. But we are not nonviolent with anyone who is violent.
The West is not civilized. And if you have something that they need, if you have something that they want, then they do not see you as a friend. They don't see you as a friend that they want to be close to and have good relations with. They see you as an enemy that they want to subjugate. They see the world in a predator-prey paradigm.
God has no race, no sex, no ethnicity, no chosen people. None of that divisive garbage and hogwash. God is simply the source of all existence. God is in all things. If you think that God has a favorite or least favorite creation, then you've been deceived by man's version of God. Man has put his biased opinions and prejudices in the version of God that you believe in. They possessed you with a spirit of division. That is a man-made, created God from the mind of man. These people know nothing about source, God, or spirituality. This goes back to basic sacred geometry. The ancient philosopher Pythagoras taught us about the monad and the dyad. The number 1, known as the monad, alludes to oneness, completeness, wholeness. The number 2, known as the dyad, symbolizes and alludes to division and separation. The number 2 is also referred to as audacity because it has the audacity to separate itself from the oneness. The number 2 implies ignorance and arrogance because it dares to separate itself from wholeness and completeness. What do religions do? They continue to multiply and grow and divide, all of them being distinct and different. Even so-called spiritual people get caught up in the division, claiming that their ethnicity, their race, their sex, or whatever makes them superior to somebody else. These are the people you want to avoid because they have no concept of the monad, no concept of source, of oneness. They're living life through the lens of duality and division. They are living a life of the dyad, separation from oneness and wholeness and completeness. May we embrace the oneness that we...
You are not in 2024. We don't know what year we are truly in. This is how crazy it gets. So there are 28-day lunar cycles. So from a new moon to a full moon, it takes 28 days. This is why we call it a month, which is a month, because the ancients used the lunar calendar. 364 days in a year divided by 28 is 13. Where is the missing month? We should have an extra month. Therefore, we are not truly in 2024. Everything's been changed, and I'll tell you why. It's because the celestial bodies govern us, and they govern your body. There are cycles in your body with water, with the moon. This is why we call it a menstrual cycle for women, because women are in harmony with the moon and the cycle of it. And it's the same with your body. The water in your body is being sucked or pulled by the moon. During a full moon, this is when people start to go crazy because the moon is pulling on the water in your body. So the ancients used to fast and be in sync with the moon. So because it affects our consciousness. So it's crazy, people. We don't even know what year we are in. And they are changing the calendars so
Church is a business and you're the consumer. They had marketing and consumerism figured out long before we had any idea what it was. They exploited our lack of self-knowledge. They taught us that God is outside of ourselves. They exploited our fear for money and control. God doesn't need your money. Religion needs your money. While you're giving them what little money you have for their fictional authority over you, they're living high on the hog with all their bills paid. Helping the needy is one thing, but God does not condone preaching for money. 1 Corinthians 9:18. What is my reward then? Verily, that when I preach the gospel, I may make the gospel of Christ without charge, that I may not abuse my power